So what if the most powerful man in the ancient world left behind a toolkit, not for ruling an empire, but for navigating our own, daily lives? Well, that's exactly what happened. And today we're going to unpack 3 of his most battle-tested tools for a truly resilient mind. I mean, just think about that for a second. It's a pretty wild thought, isn't it? The guy who could command armies and literally reshape nations was on the inside just as human as the rest of us. And it's right there in that gap between his incredible external power and his internal struggle, well, that's where our story really begins.
So on the one hand, you have a man governing an empire of 60 million people. But on the inside, he was basically at war with the constant chatter of his own mind. He figured out pretty quick that having all the external authority in the world means absolutely nothing if you don't have internal mastery.
And that is the absolute key here. This stuff wasn't written in some quiet, comfy study. He was scribbling these notes in military camps while dealing with plagues and invasions. This is really the heart of Stoicism. It's not about abstract ideas. It's about forging strategies that had to work under the most extreme pressure you can imagine. So, let's see what he came up with.
Okay, so tool number 1. This is the foundation for everything else. It's all about changing the very architecture of how you experience the world, and it starts with the stories we tell ourselves, our judgment.
Right. So the crucial point is this. Life isn't just happening to you, it's being interpreted by you. Marcus realized that in that tiny little gap between something happening and how we react to it, that's where our freedom is.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly. It's like we're living in 2 parallel universes at the same time. Over on the left, you've got the raw, unchangeable facts of the world. But on the right, that's where we live. That's the story, the labels we stick on everything. Good, bad, unfair. And that side, that's where we have 100% of the control.
Let's make this super real. You're stuck in traffic. The simple fact is, cars are moving slowly. That's it. But our minds? Oh no. We immediately start adding these layers of judgment. This is horrible. My day is completely ruined. Everyone else is an idiot. The whole Stoic practice is just to catch yourself doing this and ask, are these stories helping me at all, or are they just creating my own suffering?
And this quote just nails it. The suffering isn't coming from the traffic jam. It's self-inflicted because we're fighting reality. You master your judgment, you master your internal world. Simple as that.
Okay, let's move on to our second tool, and you'll see how this builds. Once you can separate the facts from your judgments, the next move is to point your energy where it actually makes a difference.
This is like the master key to psychological freedom. It's a super simple but totally revolutionary mental filing system for every single problem you will ever face.
And this slide just lays it all out. Look at that column on the left. That right there, that is your entire empire. Your judgments, your actions, how you choose to respond. Now the column on the right, that's, well, everything else. The huge Stoic insight is that we waste almost all of our time and energy worrying about that right-hand column.
So here's a perfect modern example. Let's say you're starting a business. The final outcome, whether it succeeds or fails, is ultimately out of your control. There are just way too many variables. But your inputs, how well you do your research, how carefully you manage your money, how you treat your customers, those are entirely up to you. And by shifting your focus there, you not only slash your anxiety, but, ironically, you make success way more likely.
And that's the goal, right? A complete shift in where you put your focus. Pour every ounce of your energy into what you can control, and learn to cultivate a calm acceptance for what you can't. That is the source of real tranquility.
So we've mastered our judgment. We've focused our control. Now for the final tool. This is a really powerful mental technique to put all our daily problems in their proper place.
Marcus Aurelius used this all the time to keep his sanity while, running the Roman Empire. It's like a mental zoom out that helps us see things as they really are, to get a sense of proportion.
Okay, so let's try this together, right now. Just start where you are. Picture the room you're in, the walls, the furniture, everything around you. Okay, now feel yourself just gently rising up, above the building. See your street, your whole neighborhood, your entire city shrinking below you, becoming just this little cluster of lights on the dark landscape.
Keep rising higher and higher now, until you can see the entire continent, just a shape of green and brown, sitting on this vast blue sphere. And now you see the Earth itself, this tiny, fragile, beautiful marble just floating there in the complete, silent blackness of space.
And pull back even further until our entire galaxy is just one of billions of other galaxies swirling in an unimaginable void. Now, from this vantage point, where is that traffic jam? Where is that annoying email?
From up here, our most urgent, world-ending anxieties show themselves for what they really are. Temporary, tiny little ripples in a vast, eternal ocean. It doesn't mean they're not real, but it sure puts them in their proper place.
And at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. The man who had all the external power in the world realized that the only power that truly matters is the sovereignty you hold over your own mind.
Look, these aren't just ancient theories. They're a very practical toolkit for your life, right now. So the real question isn't just about what you've learned here, but what you're going to do with it. What challenge in your life today will you choose to see not as a barrier, but as the way forward?